Today, fellow crafters, welcome back to the Pixi Dust Designs YouTube channel. I'm Tamara, the card creator, and today I'm going to create these adorable coffee-inspired cards. Let's dive into this project. Today, we are going to create two awesome cards inspired by Pixi Dust Designs January 2025 Good Morning Cup dies. With this die set, you can actually make two different sets of coffee beverages. For my first, I'm going to demonstrate how easy this die set works. I will do the initial on all three of my coffee mugs. However, I'm just going to show one in the recording. For ease, I've simply already die cut all my pieces just to make it a little easier for you to follow. I start with a cream cardstock, of which then I ink blend some Distress Oxide ink, just to kind of give it more of a distressed, rustic look, just so it wasn't such a stark ivory color. I go over each piece with the Distress ink just to kind of grunge it up just a little bit, just so it doesn't have some rough edges. For my base, I found this adorable coffee bean stencil in my stash, and I thought this would be wonderful to use as my background. All I do here is just take whatever ink happens to be left on my brush and go over the stencil with that. I use my Glassboard Studio magnets to hold these stencils down. Works like a champ. No movement at all. For my labels, which will go on the center of my coffee cups, I did it in a green to kind of mimic our favorite coffee spot that we all love to go to. I found this adorable floral stamp in my Gina K designs. I thought this would fit beautiful right in the center there. I found this glitter, almost like a bronze color embossing powder, and I was like, oh, we'll give it a little bit of a shimmer here. And as you can see, it is perfect. Love how this comes together. I love the magic of watching embossing powder just melt. Now, with Pixi Dust Designs dies, you can never go wrong. And the reason I say that is it is so easy to line up each of the pieces. Like there's these little imprints, so you know exactly where each piece goes. So no mistakes. So here we're putting on our label, and now with our dark green cardstock right in the center with our cute little floral design. Kind of gives it a nice little touch, don't you think? The coffee cups come together so easy. I love how this project worked so seamlessly. Just add a little bit of my Barely Arts glue on the back here just to create the lid and adhere everything perfect. I wasn't sure where the opening went. This part did not have the line for me, but as you can see, slid right into place. Perfect. And for our cup of joe, goes right in the center there. I duplicated this just so I could have two coffee cups because it will go with the sentiment that I had chose for this card. Now for the frappe, I cut the whipped cream, and I'm using air quotes like you can see me, out of glitter cardstock just to add a little bit of shimmer because I always think of whipped cream, with the sugar dangling. Now there is a little slot here, and I have to open it with my reverse tweezers because right here is where the straw will slide in. So make sure that you slide the glitter piece or the top part of the Frappuccino whipped cream down far enough so that you're not covering that hole. Once again, just adhere the top with Barely Arts liquid glue. Voila! Look how cute that's coming about. The sentiment that I wanted to use was coffee is always better with a friend. Perfect, don't you think? So I always dry fit my pieces together just to see hey, do I like this layout or do I need to change this up a little bit? I've always done that. I don't know if I'm weird with this. Does anybody else do this or is it just me? Leave your comments down below. So I adhere my first cup, put a block on it so it has time to adhere, but the second coffee cup, I want it to kind of pop up just a little bit, just to show a little bit of dimension. So I use my Altenew foam tape, which is the perfect height for this. Now with the foam tape, you want to make sure you have a good chunk of the back of your item, so in our case, the coffee cup, covered because you don't want to have any sagging. So if it goes through the mail, you don't want it to be like pushed or concaved in. So as you can see, that's that little bit of dimension. Perfect. Before I adhere that, I do cut off the excess off the back of my card. So how you do this is just flip the card over. Whatever's overhanging, just cut it off. I peel the backing off of my foam tape, add a little bit of liquid glue, and the reason I do this is because it does give me a little bit of wiggle room just to make sure my placement is perfect. If you've ever used foam tape, you know that stuff sticks, and once it sticks, there is no getting it off. So a little bit of liquid glue will help save many projects. My sentiment on this was just a little bit stark against the background, so I decided to kind of give it a little bit of the distressed look. So whatever ink was left over on my brush, just put it around the edge there. Cut off the excess on this card. Now, I do use a lot of glue, and the reason I do this is because there's quite a bit of bulk here. You may not be able to tell, but there is, and there's a little bit of weight as well. So I want to make sure that the front of my card adheres perfectly. So here I am trying to dry fit it again. Like it, but the straw hangs off just a little bit. So a little bit of snip here, a little bit of tuck there. Everything works perfect. Again, with the foam tape. I love the added dimension. What can I say? And again, no sagging here, so plenty of it. Adhere it, add my Barely Arts glue, and wiggle right into place. I thought for my sentiment, I would also pop that up too. When I dry fit it, it kind of almost got lost a little bit. So by adding the foam tape to the back of that, I thought it was absolutely perfect. The big question of the day is, are you a coffee drinker or a tea drinker? I have to know. For me, I do both, but my coffee is only with almond milk and a sweetener. List your comments down below. Now for the sentiment on the second card. Everything's okay now. How fitting for this. Absolutely love this. Look at that shine on those little flowers from that sparkle embossing. That turned out great. Love it. And here you can see the glitter of the cardstock that I used for the whipped cream. Kind of adds that little extra something. I can't expresso my thanks for leaving your comments and for watching and subscribing. I will have everything listed down below with my affiliate links. And what that means is it's just a way for me to keep doing what I love at no additional cost to you. Thank you so much, and until I see you again. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more crafting tips, design ideas, and fun tutorials. And as always, click the bell icon so you never miss out on the latest content. Thanks for joining me today, and I'll see you next time.